Little pickup. So this is a 1952 International L110 that I've owned ever since I was a little kid. And I bought this, and this was the truck that I drove to high school. And I got married in this truck. And as you can see, I got three sons, Lincoln, Emmett, and Ashton. And we've put together a little passel of these little international pickups. And when you know, the bigger one in the back is getting ready to drive. So we're going to take you with on this little journey. We're going to take you in and show you. We're going to get started on one of them, and this will be kind of a new project for Varner Equipment. We're going to start a new series, and this is going to be an ongoing series. This is going to take us a while to get done. He's got a while before he's ready to drive yet, but we're going to bring you in on a truck. This is him right here. This is going to be a 1950 International. Looks very much like our little one out there. This is going to be an L120. Two-wheel drive truck, but more of it's a heavier frame than mine is. Mine's a 110, and mine's got different wheels and tires on it. But this little truck runs. We bought this out of Kansas, a couple 3 years ago. It's a titled running truck. We've had it running. You can see it didn't have a temp gauge on it, so we had just stuck a temp gauge up there through the hood to make it work for a day or two just to drive it around. Drives good, but it needs brake work. None of the brakes work on it. Needs carburetor work. We have no idea what the compression is on it. We don't know what the clutch is like. Well, we know clutch works, but we're going to start working on it today. We're going to start getting it ready to go. So we're going to take the bed off. We're going to take the hood off. We might pull this front clip off of it and see how far we get. We might get the cab off of it. And we're going to start working on it to where we can make the engine good and ready. We can make the brakes good, transmission good. Then we're going to paint it. We'll paint it and we'll bring it back in here. So we're going to bring you along every couple of 3-4 weeks. Hopefully we'll have a little video on this little guy getting done. And I'll take another video here of it just walking around so you can kind of see it. But old truck's not in bad shape. It's a Western truck, so it's not horribly rusty. It's got a little bit. All these did kind of right down here in these corners. And there's some on the cab corners and stuff that we'll have to fix. But 1950 International L120. This is going to be Lincoln's pickup. He's going to have one, and he's going to have to come up with what color scheme we're going to end up painting it and the chrome work we're going to do. One of the things that we'll try to bring up as we get later on down into there, my truck, if you look at mine, right here on the hood, hood ornament here, mine has a bull on here. It's a chrome bull that kind of stands up on top of here, and he's got acrylic horns and acrylic eyes, and there's a light bulb in there so that whenever your headlights are on, his horns glow yellow and his eyes glow yellow. And so we're going to try to find some of those to put on all the boys' trucks too, because we're all going to have a little pickup like this that's going to kind of be the same. So stick with us here. We'll do some time lapse. We'll bring you in on some stuff, show you some stuff, but stick with us. 6 in it, same engine that's in mine. Very, very, very similar under the hood. There's just not much in these little guys. This truck was also, if you look up in here, was this baby blue color. And when you know my red truck that's outside still has that color up under the hood and stuff of it. They were both the same color at one time when they were new. And this truck has on the hood of it, it says Blue Goose. Up here on the hood, at some point somebody named this thing the Blue Goose. It's kind of, you can see part of it written on here on the hood. And then it's got, somebody put some other seat in it, and we'll get rid of this seat and we'll get a good seat, the factory seat for it. And then we'll redo all these door panels and the headliner, and we'll redo the glass and the gate. We'll get the gauges all working in here and the knobs and stuff. And he's got a little bit of, we got a little bit of door work and door floor pan work. It's not bad. It's not rusted out of there. Like I said, most of these really rusty back here, but this one's actually in pretty good shape. Mine has the same little bit of rust right down here that we'll do a little work on this one to clean it up before we paint it. The fenders, pretty good shape other than right back here. And then it doesn't have a front bumper or a rear bumper, so we're either going to make one or find one. His tailgate's actually in better shape than mine is. Mine's got a little bit of rust in it right in there, but not all that bad a shape for a little old pickup. A little bit of work on the fenders. This one has a spare tire on the side. One of the big differences between his and mine, this is a long bed. Mine's a short bed. So mine does not have that spare tire carrier on it that his does. And this one doesn't have a mirror off here on the side. We'll end up probably putting something like that on there. But pretty darn straight overall truck. And for somebody in high school that's just gonna have a little pickup to drive, it'll work just fine. It'll go down the road. These are not speed demons by no means. If you get 50, 55 mile an hour out of them, that's about all they got. But there's nothing better for somebody to learn in. And if you can drive one of these, you can drive about anything. No power steering, non-synchronized transmission. But anyway, we're going to get started on it, and we're going to bring you guys along for the whole entire journey. And hopefully you can get some fun out of it and see what we like to, or see something that we'd like, and be able to kind of go along with us and see the whole process. So you kind of see, it took us a while to get this front end off, man. There's a whole bunch of bolts that are hidden up inside there when you don't know where they all are. But I thought I'd show you something here that's just kind of neat. So this old radiator, if you look on this side and we look over here on this side, the bolts have been broken off, and instead of fix the bolts, we just put baling wire on it. And she's held in there now. Oh, sorry, see if I can get to show you. Nice piece of baling wire. Nice piece of baling wire. A little bit different, but we're going to try to, yet today, we're going to try to pull this front clip off both sides so that we just have the engine exposed to us. And that'd give us something to kind of get started on, where we could do a little bit of mechanical. And I kind of want to get the engine running a little bit in that frame, and then I think we'll pull the cab off and we'll have the frame, and we'll get the frame sandblasted and painted, and then we'll start building her back on there. So, all right, see you in a bit. Okay, just kind of don't put it from your camera. So. Hey, Lee, or Emmett, let's go take that over a little.
Compression test on that.
Yeah, that's good. You got 100 pounds on cylinder 1.
90. Closer to 90.
Okay, so now this thing releases it. Now unscrew it, put it in the other one. So cylinder 1, we got 90.
So what are we looking for?
I think really good is around 120. Our biggest thing is that we're looking for even. As long as they're all right around 90 pounds, she'll run and work just fine. If we got 4 of them at 90 and 2 of them at 10 and 1 of them at 50, then that ain't good. What's that?
If you got them like that, what would you do?
Oh, then we might have to rebuild the engine.
Which one are you off? You can get the truck from sandblasting.
Is it pretty tight? KM. All right, 90.
You can see the wheel turn.
Yeah, they're both 90.
The transmission wheel.
Yep. Okay, wait, I'll hit that little button. Okay, for the next one.
How many times have you done one of these?
Compression test?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen a bunch that aren't?
Yeah, so we do them mostly on diesel engines, and what we typically see is a lot of engines that have gotten hot. The piston has expanded and gotten into either the bore or the liner, and then it breaks rings, it trashes the whole thing, and then that ends up being, you'll have 3 cylinders or 4 cylinders that might be at like 250, 300 psi, and then you got 1 or 2 cylinders that's at like 60.
Oh, like with that box, yeah.
And then they smoke real bad and they don't have good power. And
I had to do a number.
it's good and tight. KM.
Not bad, then, right?
70.
That's bad.
That ain't horrible. No, it's as good as it's gonna be.
70 real bad?
No.
I think that we're looking at if it's closer to 40.
Testing, yeah, testing, testing. Testing.
Okay. Okay. 90.
So that means that we're gonna see something around.
Like 110?
Yeah, somewhere around there. How many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. 90.
Number 6 should be pretty good then.
So number 4 cylinder is rough.
Yeah, number 4 is not super good.
Especially if the rest of these are 90. What does that mean? Like piston and
Range usually.
we need this thing to top it, you know? You get that. So far, it's done pretty good in its test. But it'll go out and run, right?
Okay. 90. So she's 90 all the way across except for cylinder 4. We might do number 4 here again, just
Because that's just on an average, we should have seen something at one.
maybe he didn't have this tight or something in there.
That's a very possible possibility. Sorry.
Okay.
For go on 4.
That's not so bad.
That battery is not too bueno.
No.
Okay, try that.
Not bad.
Not doing anything.
Want me to try again?
I think we used all the juice.
Well, that battery's just, man, it looks like garbage.
Should we just replace it real quick or no?
Try it again. Oh yeah, we're up to 80.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
must,
so we're not off. We're within our 10. That's good. We're within our 10%.
I made it 72
That's good.
Yeah, so it really doesn't
It really
need to be
doesn't need
rebuilt.
anything. It just
So there you go, guys. It sorry I got my light on, but it's got 90, 90, 90, 80, 90, and 90.
Cylinder 3.
So for an old one, it's got pretty decent compression in it. So
There's cylinder 3. Okay.
guys, don't forget, if you like the type of content that we make, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave us a comment, hit the little bell down at the bottom. You'll get a notification whenever we make a new video. We're going to keep doing this. We can't do this every day to work on this, but as we work on it, we'll keep bringing you videos in on it. But for right now, first day working on it, we got the bed off of it. We got the whole front end tore off of it. I don't know if you can see that ratchet strap over there I got holding the radiator. The lower radiator support's broke, and the radiator's leaning in on there on an angle. I know we showed you in a video that there was wire holding it. Well, the whole bottom support's broke down there. But the plan is probably with this little truck, we're going to probably end up taking the cab off of it. We're probably going to have the frame sandblasted and painted, and we're going to redo the shocks and the brakes and that. And then we're probably just going to seal up this engine, seal up the transmission, seal up the rear end. We'll probably paint them while we have them out, put them back in there. And then once we get that done, we'll start doing the body work. Really, there's not a lot of electrical on this thing. I mean, it's just got power down to your coil and to your plugs. It just got some lights. It's got a horn, your generator and your starter. And that's about all that's on this thing. The front headlights and the tail lights. I mean, there just isn't much in here. So we'll probably end up rewiring it. It's got a cloth style wire on it. And there's a lot of bare wires in there. I mean, a lot of bare wires. But we'll probably end up doing most of that. And then we'll keep working on it and be something that you can see on down the road. But thanks for watching this time. We'll see you next time.